Hey guys, um, season 10 PTR is going to launch next week, as well as probably as it seems to be the announcement and also gameplay demos on Gamescom Europe um, for us to, I'm very excited about because I think the major changes we're going to see uh, are gonna are gonna be there. Uh, I'm less occupied about the new Paladin class or things like that because the game is expanding. We're gonna see these things, but I think as everybody knows, everybody talks about the core gameplay of the game is when I did several videos about it, it's lacking and it's not working maybe like the community would want. So yesterday there was like some kind of a campfire chat. Only this time it was on Discord with the same nice guys from Blizzard. The guy in charge of season 10, the very nice lady in charge of the um, the game systems, and the guy in charge of the classes. I don't remember their names, but I guess if you watched one of the campfire chats, as maybe you know it. So I wanted to walk you through the PTR, patch notes, and also to tell you that if you had never played the PTR, and you do have time, maybe you should let me show you how. Um, yeah, this is the, by the way, if you're thinking about making videos, OBS Studio is free and is very fun to use. Uh, okay, so weirdly enough, the Diablo is updating for me. Maybe there's like a small patch that I wasn't aware of, but nevertheless, if you are looking to play the upcoming PTR, which is supposed to be out, I think, on the 18th or the 20th, that we will see in a minute, what you need to do is just go to the Battle.net screen, Diablo 4, and then choose Public Test Realm. You will need to download the public test realm game files, which takes time because it's a whole new copy of Diablo. And then when it's up, you can play it like you play the regular game. Um, and I think it's worthwhile because I did do a video, I think on the last PTR when I showed you all of the comments that I give them, you have an option to tell them about bugs and about suggestions that you have. This is something that you don't have built in the game itself. So, I think if you are playing Diablo 4, and frankly, I am. I love the game. I would want it to be a Diablo 2 on steroids. It's not gonna be, but maybe if you, like me, have major ideas about what things need to change or maybe added, if we give the feedback, it looks like the team is listening. And from this intro, I will just go to the PTR content, which is basically the season 10 content. Um, I didn't attend the Discord talk. I read about it a little bit, and here you have also the installation um, instructions, like I showed you now, and you have all the patch notes, and here are the codecs of the main things that are added, and I think three things are big things that I think are gonna, again, like other seasons, I think gonna make uh, America great again, and also Diablo 10 great. Uh, Maybe not great, but better than it is now. Now, I will show you the main things. I just want to tell you that I think, just to close up this beginning of the video, I think that um, one of the main feedback given to the team is like, stop giving us seasonal content when sometimes it's good, and um, and you just take it away after 3 months. I don't agree with this approach, and I'll tell you why. All these seasonal content with the seasonal powers and buffs and everything, I think if we stack them and we add all of them, in a, in a elegant way to the game, and this is the game that we will play, it's going to be a mess. I think the game is already a mess. It's not complicated, it's not hard, but it's a mess. And I think, and hopefully, what I feel they're doing is they are giving us small amount of changes that will stay in the meta forever, which is an example of this season, Infernal Hordes Reborn, which actually I really hate the current Infernal Hordes. I don't know. I think it's overrated, but I do it sometimes. I enjoy it, but it's compared to Nightmare Dungeons or maybe even the Pit, I think it's, it's not that good. Maybe it's gonna be very good. Looks like it's gonna be good. And they again add seasonal content regarding build variability, which again I think, and I will show you, and you will understand why. I think it's not fun having it in a season, but I think if this trial and error that they are doing with these types of additions is eventually going to show up on the second expansion, as maybe in a few days we're going to see, and hopefully I'm going to post a video um, and telling you, giving you some information. If it's going to end up with good additions to the game, I think it's worthwhile. It's worthwhile having a little bit of fun, or maybe not long-lasting fun, if we know that in 2026 we're going to get a refined expansion that is going to deal with all the problems that the game has. So let's dive into the uh, main things that we're going to have in the season. And of course, if you feel like you learned enough and it's enough for you, just like and subscribe. I'd love that, and you can just leave the video because it might be a long video. Infernal Hordes Reborn. So let's see. So basically, that they changed a lot. I just want to read to you a little bit, and I'll explain. We've done significant rework. Infernal offerings revealed between each wave. Our goal is to try and make all offerings feel valid, which is great. They did something similar to the dungeons. So what they're doing basically, after each wave finishes, you probably know there's like these three options of offerings that you can choose. I always choose the Hellborns. I love killing Hellborns. It's a very, very good way to obtain the currency that you use to open the uh, treasure in the end of the horde. So so they're changing it. They want to make sure that the choice makes sense, and you just don't. They probably, these companies, they have statistics, so they have data. So probably they see that all of us just use the same offerings, and they don't want it to be like that, which is a good thing, and that's why they're changing it. It's probably going to be a lot of fun. Balancing existing offerings, yeah, exactly. So they're balancing the offerings. Adjusting the base monster population is great, I think. I remember the season where the Infernal Horde started. I don't remember exactly when it was. I think it was like season 3, 4, 5, something like that. It was the seasonal content had this room where you entered and you had these slow walking warriors, like in Path of Exile, walking towards you. They weren't hard to kill, they weren't very strong, but there's massive number of them. Um, but they were slow and they were intimidating, and it was so fun killing them. And I think in Infernal Hordes currently you have just like a mess on the screen. You need a lot of area damage skills just to kill whatever you can. I don't know. I don't really enjoy it. If they somehow improve it, it would be great. And so we're gonna have to see. Fell Council had some promotions. Fighting them, one of their members will now be designated council speaker. Great. We used to have only one of them being the leader and getting enhanced abilities. It's great. It's like an enhanced boss fight. Chaos Monsters. Yeah, now they have all kinds of new mechanics of bringing new enemies into the screen. You see this portal here, so it's probably going to be fun. We're going to have Chaos Waves, which is completely alter the upcoming wave, imbuing havoc. Hellfire Brews, the Dastardliest melodies. I don't, sorry, I'm not a native speaker. What the hell was this word? Within the Infernal Horde, occasionally be offered the choice of Chaos Waves within the Infernal Hordes from your Infernal offering. So you will be able to choose if you want a Chaos Wave when a wave ends, and then you can expect an amount of Chaos Waves offered relative to Infernal Compass tier, right? If you have 6 or 4 or 10 waves, each time you enter the infernal hordes. Um, you're gonna be able to hunt down erratic ether goblins to get more ether. This sounds like fun. Um, you're gonna be able. I don't want to go into this too much, but we have Bartuk, who's a new boss. You will be able to replace the council and obtain this boss. This is the boss. Sounds like it's gonna be there's gonna be some kind of technique to fight this boss. It's not gonna be just hack and slash. I think it's gonna improve. Maybe my biggest problem with this was that the lack of variability because it's just single. It's a single event that you do, a single you know puzzle that you get into and you play it. And I think if they're changing things, making it more variable, it's going to be fun. Okay, this is really fun. I just, just to give you the basics, not no need to be very precise or very to go into a lot of details. This can be great. I'll tell you the motivation for this, although I'm not a developer, I play the game, but this is great. And actually, looking at the Banished Lord's Talisman, it's funny because I once wanted to use it and I didn't, and this is exactly what I'm getting an answer to, from the team. So I'll explain the problem and their solution, which is great, and hopefully maybe something a little bit more delicate, maybe more matching for the core gameplay. Will enter the next seasons as well and be in the meta because I think it's great. What they do is the following. You collect the seasonal currency, whatever, I don't know what it is, chaos money, I don't know. And for instance, if you kill these bosses and the council and everything, you get this seasonal whatever. And then do you remember situations where you have a great amulet that you want to use and you look at your current amulet? I think I showed you with my druid that it happened to me. So you already have a great amulet and you say, shit, I have a way of really improving my build, but I can't wear 2 amulets, and unfortunately, I have to give one of them up. So what they did now, which I think is not less than amazing, I really think it's amazing. It's seasonal, which sucks, but again, if they make it something good and forever out of it, it's gonna be good. You somehow are able to take the item that you want. I don't think there's limit to what you can take. I mean, which type of like you can take amulet, rings, helmets, whatever. You take it. I'm not sure if it works on everything. We need to just read it a little bit more elaborately, but And then you do this action where you use the seasonal currency, and you, instead of having the amulet, but you already have a good amulet, right? So you get, instead of the amulet, you get, in this example, you get a random item, which can be something armor, which is a helmet, or chest armor, or gloves or boots, which have exactly the same additions, attributes, and also the unique power is maxed out. So look at this great example. You take this amulet, of course, it has resistances and blah, 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 so you don't get them. Instead of them, you get the resistances again, but armor, because it's a glove. So it's not just what's written here. You also get the attribute of uh, item power 800 gloves. So, like you see here, you still get the +2 core skills and maximum life and everything. And also, for in this example, your critical strikes that overpower a deal instead of 60, so it's maxed out and above. So you actually, you will have no motivation to use the original one. You just change it to a more powerful item, which can be, a glove or boots, which is amazing because sometimes you have shitty boots, you have shitty gloves, you have shitty armor, and you have very, very good ring. So, but you only have two fingers. So, yeah. So you'll be able to create these items, which is not less than amazing. Again, I think because it hits something that is very, very, if you remember, it's very bad and it improves it significantly. I and many others have said before that uniques, I think that uniques are bullshit because they're build defining. I think even a unique like this, which is not class specific, it's build defining. You use it, suddenly all of your overpower and critical strikes change. They become much, much more abundant, much more powerful. And I think uniques, that they need to be the power, the abilities of the uniques need to somehow be spread on many things. Like if we had set items or whatever, set items is also, like Diablo 2 set items. It's very specific. So if you had something that helps you gain more build variability, like the regular items that we have, right? Legendary. Items and ancestral regular legendary items. Um, but this, what it does is it lets you take an item that you love, and it lets you use it in a different way, and the combinations are going to be amazing. So okay, so we have this, which is great. Again, I'm saying I'm not less than great. I really love this change. Um, and we have again, we talked about everything that related to the infernal hordes. Harness entropy with chaos armor. That's what I told you. Entropy is a great name. I'm a physicist in my profession. Entropy is a great name. Uh, it's entropy is a measure of disorder in a system. So uh, I love the names they gave. I love the graphics. I love everything. I love the way they do whatever they decide upon. Their decisions sometimes are troubling, but I'm seriously saying it looks like they're listening to the community, which is not less than amazing. This type of gaming world that we live in right now, where they just, release a shitty game like Titan Quest 2, which I saw reviews about, the leading reviews about, and it doesn't look like I'm gonna purchase it. But um, since it's just, pre-launch and they're gonna improve and improve and improve it, it's probably gonna become a great game eventually. So Diablo was a great game, I think, Diablo 4 when it came out, but you see now so many changes across these seasons, and when hopefully, when we get the second expansion, which I'm definitely gonna buy, but I want to buy and smile, I don't want to buy and cry. Um, yeah, so going to a good direction. Seal Chaos Rifts. Seal Chaos Rifts. I actually haven't read about it. Let's read it together. Strange portals of crackling energy have appeared across Sanctuary. That's great. Across Sanctuary is good, wherever. Unleashing the Burning Hells legions through their open maw. Chaos Rift materialize in a few different ways. I think it's like the monster throwing out monsters out of its mouth that we're used to in the regular game. They will appear in open world within Helltide. Oh, okay, so it's still going to be in Helltide. Killed Helltide is improving. It's great. If this is what happening, it's great because this is something I was really looking forward to. Um, Kill the demons pouring from them, get away from with a variety of rewards, of course. They're a great source of chaotic loot, which is great. We saw why we need it. Giving you additional experience gems, chaos armor, and in torment difficulty is great for end game. Fun. Fun. Seasonal, so it sucks, but again, I'm not gonna go back to what I said in the beginning of the video. Hopefully, they're gonna do something about it. Okay, and this is the last thing, which I think is taking us to the direction that we want with Diablo, at least me. I hope you will agree with me. Look at how they wrote it because they're aware of how good it is. Something incredible has descended upon Sanctuary, imbuing your abilities with Devil's whatever. Chaotic magic distorts its touches, even you. So they have um, the mark, how is it called? Uh, yeah, so exclamation mark. Yeah. Change your skill, harness your fitness, finesse, four different magic, rare, legendary, and unique. Additionally, you can equip three, well, whatever. Oh, okay. So I'll explain, and we'll go a little bit through this and see examples. So first of all, they changed the names to chaotic perks this season, which is okay. Who cares? And we have this chaos whatever that we can use, which is probably I think the same resource for creating items that we talked about before, and also you can improve the seasonal perks that you get, the chaos perks, chaos powers. So what they did here is, first of all, not all the classes have the same perks. They have several perks that are for several classes, and they also have class-specific perks. And what they do is they don't give you like an additional power. They change what your skills do, which is amazing because this is exactly what we're expecting to get, and maybe they're testing the changes that they want to do in the skill tree and trying to see how to balance and how to control these major changes because they are going to be major changes. Even this is a for a season, it's a big change. It's a big difference, and I think it's going to be really fun. Yeah, I'm going to start my third character, different class again in on season 9 when I finish this video, and until PoE 2 patch comes out. And I think season 10 I'm going to play much more. It's going to be so fun. It's going to be fun. Look for an example. When you use I never played the Necromancer on D2 and D3. I didn't like it. I don't like the idea of having minions fighting for me, but I think the Necromancer on Diablo 4 is the best that it was because um, you still have minions and a lot of them, and you can focus your build on minions, but you can have a very aggressive fighting necromancer, regardless or even without of the summons that you have and the skeletons and golem and everything. And now one of the main um, techniques to do damage and to do whatever the necromancer does as before is using corpse. You can use corpse to revive skeletons or whatever, and you of course can use corpse to do damage, exploding them, do whatever. So now what they did, so one of the perks they added, you can see here, you can consume each corpse twice. Sometimes you have a problematic corpse economy, for instance, when fighting bosses, if you don't have specific um, passive skill, or item choices, you might have find yourself fighting a boss and not having enough. corpse. So having two uses of every corpse is amazing, and also creating a corpse will create a chaotic burst, which deals shadow damage, which is very nice. So it's not an addition that does something, it just changes the existing, which is amazing. Amazing start. Look at these great graphics. Great graphics as usual. Bad sound. Bad, I'm sorry, not bad sound, it's bad music. The music is bad, in my opinion. Very bad, I would say. Not not impressive enough, not dominant enough, but the visuals are amazing as usual. Um, yeah, so you have like the main perk and you have three secondary perks. And let's see, an example of a magic perk, right? You have magic, rare, legendary, and unique. Unique, that's nice. That's a new. Um, Example, invigorating attacks. Look at this. This is not less than amazing. Every 5 seconds, your next basic skill generates an additional 50 to 100 of your primary maximum primary resource, but your basic skills deal 30% reduced damage. This is for people that use basic skills only for resource regeneration, and it really boosts up uh, what it does. And it's only a magic perk. So let's give an example to a rare perk. Your core skills deal 50 to 100 increased damage, which is crazy, but also reduce your maximum current resource by 20 for 6 seconds. So this reduction stacks but does not refresh. Okay, what this means is that if we use a core skill, it's going to be much more powerful, but it will also reduce your maximal resource for 6 seconds, and it stacks. It can be 20, 40, and more. And so it does not refresh it. I think what it means is that it starts for 6 seconds, and then 6 seconds, 6 seconds, 6 seconds, it reduces, and goes away, completely, and then starts all over again. It doesn't become like 6 seconds, 6 seconds, 6 seconds. If you use core skill a lot, it keeps on reducing, which is okay. I think even the combining the two perks that I showed you now might be interesting. Um, Casting a core skill, maybe it's a corp skill. I don't know. Empowers your next non-channel cast of a different core skill. Okay. Casting a core skill empowers your next non-channel cast of a different core skill, refunding 50% of its cost, dealing increased damage. That's great if you think about using two core skills and maybe not even using a basic skill at all, but you do need some primary resource addition. It sounds very nice. Um, let's look at the legendary. Crazy Brew. Your healing potion is infused with the power of chaos. Wow. Granting you 100% resource cost reduction. Wow. Um, Crazy amount of attack speed, crazy amount of movement speed. The reason you see a minimum and maximum and not just the number is because you have levels, right, of each perk. For 4 seconds. Your healing potion has 10-second cooldown and you can drink it at full life. Okay, so this is amazing. First of all, there are many items that let you drink a potion even when you're in full life. So this is gonna give you the same addition, which is whatever. You really need that, right? Because you want to drink a healing potion not in order to heal yourself. 10-second cooldown is a lot, but it's okay. It's like a fifth skill if you think about it, right? It's like it's like an aura or a defensive skill or whatever. Um, yeah, it's really a very strong buff. Yeah, it is chaotic. What can I tell you? I don't know. I wouldn't choose this maybe. Maybe I would. I don't know. Um, okay, and let's look at unique. Okay, and then we will go to the class specific. I'll give you examples. A beast cornered. For every 10 life you are missing, you get 10 to 20 increased damage and 5 damage reduction. Wow. Spending resources also drains a percentage of your life equal to 30% the resources spent. Refunding those resources, this cannot reduce you to below 10% life. Okay, so this is again one of the things that adds you damage and makes you more uh, less prone to damage, but drains your life. So, like the flurry skill for the yeah, for the rogue. Let's see the class specific. I think they're more interesting. So you see here, class specific. The barbarian has like one magic, one rare, one legendary, one unique. Let's look at an example. Let's look at the rare one. While you are not healthy, you are berserking, and your core skills deal fire damage and then added chaotic burst of 100 to 200 fire damage. This is completely crazy. Um, Druid, let's look at the legendary for the Druid. Wild transformations. Shapeshifting into a new form uses a free skill, which I think what does it mean? Mean no cool skill without a cooldown? I don't know. Okay. And grants an additional bonus for 5 seconds. Werewolf uses Blood Howl and okay. So if you shapeshift, when you shapeshift to a werewolf, it just does Blood Howl, which is the werewolf defensive skill, and does 10 to 20 critical strike damage. Werebear use debilitating roar, gives you damage reduction, and human, which so this is nice because you're gonna be motivated to use the three of them uses cyclone armor and added attack speed. This is nice. I don't know if it's strong enough. We're gonna have to test it on PTR, but it's nice because one of the problems with the druid is that you don't want to combine skills too much because sometimes you find the way the skill tree is built and the way the items are built, it really encourages you to either use only one form or to shapeshift from a druid to a human doing earth magic, or werewolf to a human doing storm magic, or werewolf to werebear, which is what I did, which was actually also problematic. So this just tells you whenever you shapeshift, it's good. You're gonna get bonuses. It's fun. Um, by the way, look at the crazy unique. Your companion skills are altered to also be core skills. It's crazy. Your companions grow in size, gain damage, so you can your core skills can just be companion skills. It's crazy. This is really crazy. Um, let's look at the necromancer. The magic, just maybe. Your skeleton warriors now also use rip. One of the skills the necromancer has, dealing 50 to 150 normal damage in addition to the regular attacks. Very nice, very interesting. Rogue, let's look at the rare. It has many things here. You no longer passively generate energy. What the hell? Oh, okay. So the rogue usually generates energy passively. So now instead, oh, gain the following: 50 to 100 chance for twisting blades to hit twice. This is the core skills to hit twice. Okay, it's interesting. It's build changing. I don't know what are we supposed to do if we're not passively generating energy? We need to use basic skills more often, right? Rogues basic skills, I think they do generate energy. Okay, it's nice. So it's actually it sounds fun. Sounds a lot of fun. And if you mix these with tempering, maybe you can get 100% chance of casting twice. There was something here that I really liked. Yes, this is what I really liked. Imbuements, for Rogue again, flow wildly, imbuing every basic skill cast. with a random imbuement. Imbued skills deal 20 to 40 increased damage. If you have an imbuement build, this is definitely something to consider. I played a rogue with basic skills and on season 8, and I did a video about it, by the way. You can see it. It's I was using poison, I think. It was bad because the basic skills were still very weak, not like on season 9, and I didn't have imbuement on them because you imbue only the core and whatever skills. So this is nice to have your basic skills always imbued. It also works with the key passives for the imbuement, I hope. Supposed to do. That's what's supposed to happen. Stun grenades, I hate them. Sorcerer, explosive combinations. Let's look at this example. Casting a basic skill increases the damage of your next core skill by 30 to 50%. Wow. Stacking up to 3 times. Oh my God, this is crazy. So probably they noticed that people don't really use the sorcerer's basic skills or very often, only when they need mana. So this completely solves this temporarily. And look at this mana shield unique. You have 99% reduced maximum life, which is devastating, but it's impossible to play like this, right? But any damage you take is dealt to your mana before your life. Basically, actually meaning mana shield, like we had, I think, on Diablo 2. Um, if you have not taken damage in the last 4 seconds, your mana regeneration is increased by 5,000%. You gain. Okay, so what it means that basically, if you make sure you don't take damage, like I think if you have barrier, um, then you have so much mana that you will always have a lot of mana so that it will go to the damage absorption. So it doesn't happen that like you don't get damage, but you use up so much mana when you want to use your skills that you don't have mana left, and then when you're attacked, you die. This is what I think they're doing, and if this is it, I think they're solving a problem that is of course going to happen, and we didn't even see it yet, but they already solved it. You gain 200 to 400 increased maximum mana, and each point of intelligence increases your maximum mana by one. Oh my God, I'm definitely playing the Soul Cell. By the way, Soul Cell used to be my favorite class. I used to play it all the time in all of the Diablos, including Diablo 1. And I hate the sorcerer now. Why? Only one reason. I hate the fire ultimate skill, the Inferno with the what the hell is this snake? You know? I hate it. But I like the other skills. I'm not using it. The Inferno I'm not using. Spiritborn. Spiritborn, I tried to play the basic skill-based Spiritborn without much success because the basic skills were too weak. On season 9, it's not, they're good, but they're not good enough still. Let's see this. Your basic skills gain increased 10 to 30% attack skill. Amazing. Their range is increased because many of the Spiritborn skills, when you click on the attacking with the basic skills, there's a dash to the enemy, right? And the third attack now happens every second attack. Wow, this is a very, very major buff to the basic skills, even though it's only a magic perk. Um, casting skills. Yeah, okay, many interesting things here. We have new unique items. So just to give you a little bit of an example, um, barbarian one-handed weapon, saber. So it's a sword. You gain 3 to 5 increased damage for each damaging skill you have equipped. Damaging skill, it means not something like an aura that defends you or something like that. And 6 to 10 for 15 seconds when each of the skills is used. That's great. Um, so it means if you have only offensive, damage doing skills equipped from 1 to 6, you're gonna get a lot more damage done by this one-handed weapon. But by all of your weapons, but this is that's the bonus that it gives. It's very interesting. So yeah, each one of them has one. Let's look at the sorcerer because I told you I want to play it. Galvanic Azurite, unique ring, crit chance, lightning damage. Okay, elemental synergies +3. Great. Okay, lightning damage leaves enemies magnetized for 4 seconds. Okay, causing them to emit crackling energy, okay, and increases all lightning damage they take from you by 40 to 60%. If two magnetized enemies hit each other with crackling energy, they pull each other together. This is nice. I don't know. I don't know if it's usable, but it sounds fun. I don't know. Um, um, oh, unique for the Spiritborn, the Protector, which is the Gorilla Ultimate. I love it. I love it. So let's see. The Protector can be invoked at range and okay. And oh yeah, because when you invoke it, usually it surrounds you. Okay, so it can be now invoked at the enemy's location and pulls inwards uh, with its smashes because there are several smashes. Enemies in its area take 30 to 50 increased damage from your gorilla skills. Wow. Doubled while they are knocked back, knocked down, or a boss. Wow. Okay. Oh, features offered for testing. This is nice. We will have servers in our PTR. The following items are available. Okay, so they do increase material quantity. Generic uniques are now always ancestral, which is nice. This now includes the hand of Naz unique. What this means, by the way, is that when you get generic uniques, they're always gonna be like level 800. They're gonna be ancestral, so they're gonna be the highest rank. Uh, Set Paragon to level 200. Oh, you just these. Okay, so this is for the PTR boost. You have the Rack, the Goblin, the PTR vendor. You're going to be able, immediately when you start the PTR gameplay, you're going to be able to do all these things. For instance, to set Paragon immediately to level 200 instead of leveling up because it's a PTR, you want to test it. So unlock all torment tiers, everything. You don't want to start playing from scratch. Yeah, okay, so this is more technical, how to provide feedback and everything. So I think for conclusion, I think that about the season itself, I think it's gonna be fun. I wasn't expecting more than that, definitely. I was expecting less. I think I was expecting maybe something similar to what we saw. And additionally, we have the way to, create uniques out of uniques that we don't want, which is amazing. I wasn't expecting something like that. And keep in mind that very soon now, in the next days, we're gonna see what's going to happen with the second expansion. And again, for the second expansion, I'm hoping to see things like that become a part of the game and changing it for good. And not, I don't really care about the additional area that they're going to add. Of course, I care, but they're going to add an additional area. They're going to add an additional class, which is, if I understand correctly, going to be a paladin. So and the more storyline and everything. So this is going to happen. Definitely, they're not going to be able to sell an expansion if they don't do it. But these basic changes that it hopefully looks like they're trying to do it, they're going to be doing, and they're testing for in the PTRs and in the seasonal content, um, might be very, very intriguing to see how they are incorporated inside the base game. So hopefully I'll see you soon and give you some of the Diablo news that are from the next days, weeks that are about to be revealed. Okay, so thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I'd love that. Thanks. See you soon.